KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Thursday, January 25th. Steph, do you know anybody that is expecting right now?
I'm trying to remember. Did anyone have a baby shower? No, not right now. Everybody that I know already had their baby in the fall.
The producer of this newscast, when it was launched, Ellie, got married, and now she's pregnant. I think they're having a little girl, but they may be having these kinds of conversations. Expectant parents look forward to babycenter.com's annual list of the most popular baby names. But what about the names that aren't so popular anymore?
That's right. So according to Baby Center, girl names that were popular when millennials were being born have been falling for the past decade.
And boy names ending in Aiden, I guess like Aiden, Jaden, Graydon, yeah, which were popular in the 2000s, also losing popularity.
So girls' names most at risk of going extinct this year include Brooke, Blake, Mackenzie, and Brooklyn.
And the once popular boy names, Julius, Jaden, Johnny, and have you ever heard of Raiden?
No, I
haven't either. Okay, we've got a colleague who apparently has a son named Raiden. Those could also vanish as well.
So the methodology, Are Baby Names Going Extinct? Report draws from the top 500 baby names for each gender from data submitted by Baby Center parents about babies born in 2022 and 2023. From there, we looked at which names saw the steepest year-over-year declines.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on the list and hope to find out soon what Ellie has decided to name her daughter.
I wonder what she's going to decide. But there are a lot of interesting names, and there are names that you think that probably maybe they won't go extinct.
No, not me. And what's old is new again eventually, right?
Yes, we'll see them again, I'm sure.
Sure.
And then Justin has two girls.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went with Haley and Hannah, just, pretty basic names.
Keep it with the H's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it with the alliteration thing going.
You're like the Kardashian of horns.
Kind of.
Keep it H.
Maybe not that crazy, but yeah, kind of. Let's go outside for you right now, guys. We had some fog earlier this morning. The rain was so great yesterday. It added up. We're going to show you those totals here in just a few minutes. But right now, the skies are cleared. It's a great morning. We've got temperatures in the low 50s, 53 at the airport. Visibility is fine here. We are watching some fog out to the west, but nothing around the metro area. New Braunfels, Seguin, Bernie, Kerrville all look good. It's 48 right now in Kerrville with calm winds. And as we look at the big picture here, yeah, there goes the rain. It's moving out. So no rain today. You can put the umbrella up. We'll see mostly clear skies, I think, for a time this morning before maybe some clouds trying to build in this afternoon. Let's talk rainfall. As of this morning, we are at 6.72 for the month. What a number. Second wettest January ever, wettest month since September 2018, and we are now at our highest aquifer levels since June of last year. And it's still going up, so we may even go higher than that. Pretty incredible. Again, no rain today, though. 61 noontime. We'll call for a few more clouds this afternoon. That'll keep temperatures in check. We're looking for a high right around 64 or so. And I know it looks like it's raining at 5 o'clock. We are not looking for rain at that point. There is a small chance, though, as we get into tomorrow. We're going to talk more about that coming up, plus a cold front, what that means for your weekend forecast here in just a few minutes. But let's go over to RJ now. Hopefully a little quieter this morning, my friend.
Yeah, definitely quieter, Justin. Quieter and drier roads out there. And real quick, guys, Alyssa Medina, she recently announced that she is also having a baby with her husband, Steven. So, yeah, congrats to Alyssa. She produced the 9 a.m. also. She does all of our specials as well. So congrats to them. Taking a look outside TransGuide 37 Hackberry, traffic moving pretty smooth in that area there. 151 at Loop 410, same situation. Now we do have a couple of things popping up on our maps right now. Eastbound I-10 Loop 1604 out on the northwest side, the far northwest side, over by Six Flags. We have traffic backed up all the way past to La Candeta Parkway. Let's get you out to the northeast side, or near northeast side, we want to call it. Loop 410 southbound at FM 78. We do have that stalled vehicle. It's been there for about half an hour or so. And closer to downtown, this just popped up on TxDOT's website. It's I-10 West at Culebra Road. So you can see that traffic is still moving pretty good in both directions right there, not causing any major delays at the moment. As Justin just mentioned, things a lot better compared to the past couple of days or so. Things have cleared out in terms of high water closures and other areas that we saw water over the roadway. So just make sure you stay safe out there. See a lot of sun shining through TransGuide. So that's good news for our drivers out there. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
Advisors for President Biden and former President Donald Trump say it's time to focus on the general election. But Trump is still talking about his rival for the Republican nomination. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is talking to voters too and focusing on her home state. She is behind and could use a home state win, although polls indicate she's struggling.
Americans continue to feel a bit better about the economy. A survey by the Federal Bank of New York says the proportion of people who think their finances will improve over the next year is now at its highest level since the summer of 2021. It also shows our expectations about inflation are at their lowest point in nearly 3 years.
An emergency program set up to help banks struggling after last year's collapse of Silicon Valley Bank will wind down in March. The Federal Reserve's Bank Term Funding Program had offered loans to banks at low interest rates to keep them funded.
Ford is now recalling around 2 million older Explorer SUVs. The issue is a clip that's supposed to hold body trim near the windshield in place that could fail, sending that trim flying. The recall affects Explorers from the 2011 through 2019 model years.
There's a new police policy for Ring doorbell cams. The company says it will stop taking requests from police departments for video captured by the devices for investigations. Ring has been under fire for the practice by privacy advocates. The policy change takes effect this week.
Halion Healthcare is recalling 8 lots of Robitussin syrups due to microbial contamination. They include adult versions of CF Max Day and Honey CF Max Nighttime. The contaminated products have expiration dates of this year or the next, and their lot numbers are on the FDA website.
A change is coming to financial aid applications, but it may be worth the wait for many students. The Department of Education is adjusting this year's FAFSA, the form students use to apply for Pell Grants and federal student loans. While there may be a delay, it could also release an additional $1.8 billion in financial aid.
TikTok may be paving the way for creators to post longer videos, setting the stage for tougher competition with YouTube. TikTok is reportedly testing 30-minute uploads, a major jump from its current 10-minute limit. A half-hour option would also make it possible for networks to post entire episodes at once.
Tonight, there's a new episode of Know My Neighborhood, and this time we're focusing on the Harlandale-McCollum area. Steve Spriester, Myra Arthur, Adam Caskey, and the rest of our KSAT team will be live during the 6 o'clock news, featuring stories we've done about this Southside neighborhood. Tune in for that tonight at 6, as well as online and on KSAT Plus. And that's today's 9 at 9. Well, we are excited about our latest Know My Neighborhood episode, and Steve Spriester is so excited he got up early again to join us this morning to talk about what we can expect to learn later today. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how are you guys? Good to see you.
Hi there.
Sun is out. I'm on the 9 a.m. show. All is right with the world. And, I've got, usually you see me in a suit and tie, so I decided to wear.
It's your morning look.
It's Mr. Rogers.
I love it.
The whole neighborhood thing.
It's an updated Mr. Rogers.
Could you be mine?
Yeah.
Would you be my neighbor?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, we're talking about McCollum and Harlandale. I mean, these are two rivals usually, you've got cowboys, you've got Indians, but they are coming together for the good of their neighborhood. And they feel like they've kind of missed out on some of the boom that's been happening in different parts of the South Side. So we put together a little tape of kind of a preview of what we've got coming up tonight at 6. So we've gone on driving tours, we've gone on porch parades. For this episode, we're looking for common ground, or should I say, common grounds.
What is the biggest misconception about this neighborhood?
We don't seem to want to flourish. And by that means, people say, well, y'all don't go out to vote, you all look at your streets, but it isn't that. Is that we need to have our city councils people look at what we really need. Sometimes we feel like we're the stepchild because nobody comes over here.
What are some of the major issues that made you start the neighborhood association?
Here in the South Side, you see, like, for example, Brook City Base area that has just flourished. Some of us that have been here for many, many years look at it like, hey, what happened to us? Now the community here wants some attention focused here. So that's what we're trying to do.
Why did you decide to stay?
It's the culture. You can go to any side of the city and not find what you find here.
All right, so we have found each of the neighborhoods that we've profiled so far have similar but different issues. And I think probably with all the rain that we've had, the biggest issue that comes to mind with Harlandale, McCollum, drainage problems.
Oh, for sure.
Huge drainage problems. We were there and it hadn't rained for a week when we first went there, and there were already puddles. We've gone back since, and you're going to have to see just some of the problems that they have out there. Just with basic infrastructure, that's a big issue. And, you know, we get into the rivalry, we get into the Frontier Bowl. David Sears makes a Know My Neighborhood cameo today. And, you know, he has to separate, you know, a McCollum and Harlandale grad. But
Is that true, David?
it's all good.
Yeah, well, we look forward to that.
He's kind of our bouncer at Know My Neighborhood.
Nice.
Well, yeah, speaking of, you guys are going live tonight. I saw
Yes.
you did your interview at one location, but I understand you're going live somewhere else.
Yeah, Corner Coffee is where we did that interview, and they were great coffee, by the way. And we're going to Don Pedro's tonight. Historic Mexican food restaurant, great place. I cannot wait. It's tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll be live out there starting at 5 o'clock, but we're doing our entire show, pop-up newscast at 6 o'clock. Adam Caskey's going to be down there, Myra Arthur and I, and all of the reporters. David, are you going to be there?
I'll be there.
All right, David Sears. So all of the reporters that, you know, took part in Know My Neighborhood. And the whole idea is to give these neighborhoods a voice. And I hope we're accomplishing that.
Speaking of these people, what has the feedback been from residents about these Know My Neighborhood episodes that we've been doing now for a little while?
Well, and the good thing is our commitment isn't just to do a one and done. Our commitment is to follow up on some of the issues that they've brought forward. And I think, you know, when we went to Alamo Ranch, a lot of people were upset about the fact that they didn't have a lot of law enforcement out there. Bexar County made a change, and they're talking about putting a precinct out there. Westwood Square, they had infrastructure problems as well, but they had a lot of people speeding on this one area. They put in a truck to time or to clock speeders as they go through there. And so there's been a lot of commitment to move forward with all these. The big feedback I get is from people who don't live in these neighborhoods that like learning about these neighborhoods. Like last month was Dignity Hill, Dignoity, however you want to say it. A lot of people didn't know about the rich history there and just what a cool neighborhood this is. I mean, these are all neighborhoods that make up our home, all neighborhoods that make up San Antonio. And, you know, we're all in this together. So I think it's great to learn about different parts of town.
And as you said last time you were here visiting with us on the 9 o'clock, more neighborhoods to come. We don't want to give it away yet, but
no, not for the next project.
Well, we're going. I'll tell you where we're going next. We're going to go to Shearer Hills, which is just north of downtown on San Pedro. That's where the Migrant Resource Center is.
Okay.
So they have a lot of issues going on in their neighborhood and kind of how they deal with that. But it's also a neighborhood that's a bit in resurgence. They have a lot of new businesses that have kind of come into that stretch of San Pedro. San Pedro changing a little bit as you get closer to North Star Mall. So that's our
next.
next.
Changed a lot in the last 20 years even. So I'm sure you guys have other ones already on the drawing board, right?
Yes. Yeah. And our big thing is we want to go where you want your voices heard. So let us know at Know My Neighborhood. You can email me at spriester@ksat.com and let us know, hey, we'd like you to come to our neighborhood. By the way, I'm hoping for Shearer Hills. We get to go to the old roller skating rink. That's where I want to go live from. That's what I'm pushing for.
I love that place.
On Recoleta and San Pedro.
Yes.
That's where I want to go live with the next one. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, when you walk in there, it's like you're walking back into the 80s.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't think I'll be on skates.
What?
But I think
give it a try.
I don't want, you know, I think KSAT's very careful about their workman's comp.
That would be nice, though.
It would be fun.
That would be a highlight.
It would be fun.
Thank you for coming in.
Great to see you guys.
Break a leg tonight.
Thank you.
Good job as always. All right, right now, 9:12, 51 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
You may have seen this video on social media, but if you haven't, you're going to want to stick around to see it. We're not showing the crash right now, but trust us, it's pretty crazy. So David Sears will have all the details coming up in your morning headlines.
Plus, students at Churchill High School learning how to design video games. We'll show you how they're working with the same software used to create popular video games in the market right now and setting them up for a potential career after high school. The Alamo Dome making another major concert announcement this morning. They'll be announcing it live on social media in 45 minutes, and we'll be live streaming it too. Past couple of concert announcements have been for Def Leppard, Journey, and Steve Miller Band. That's in August. And then they announced Luke Combs is coming in May for a 2-day concert. So we'll see in less than an hour who is coming to San Antonio.
And don't forget, rodeo season kicks off tomorrow with the Cowboy Breakfast, so you can enjoy breakfast tacos, coffee, live music, and more. That's tomorrow morning from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and we're going to be live there throughout GMSA and GMSA at 9. So this year the Cowboy Breakfast will be held at 142 Gambler Road. This is near Frostbank Center Drive, formerly known as AT&T Center Parkway. And that will get you ready for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo beginning February 8th through February 25th.
Outside with live cam, the rain moved out. We started to clear out. Beautiful blue skies over South Texas. And Thursdays are the day that Justin updates us on the drought index. And we're hoping there's good news today, Justin.
There is. Maybe not as much as we'd hoped for, but there is. And I'll show you that to you in just a second. First, though, I got a cool video I want to show you. This is from Jeff. And this came in on our KSAT Connect. It looks like there's a fire back there behind the fence, but there's not. What that is the water-soaked wood. It's the evaporation going on. The sun's heating it up and you're getting the evaporation. Funny, we've got several pictures like this coming in. So if your fence looks like it's on fire, don't worry, it's not. It's just some of the water that's getting evaporated up. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, now the drought monitor. This was last week. We know where we've been. It's been a long go here with this drought. Kendall County, Comal County, Bexar County, one of the hardest hits. Here's today's. Now, it's not a huge change, but here's what I'll tell you. Is this only takes into account rain through Tuesday. So this does not take into account what we saw yesterday and last night. So we could eat away at this a little bit more. The bottom line, though, is that it is an improvement. And you see here across Bexar County, we lost some of that extreme drought. We're now into severe drought. Still not a great situation, but we're moving in the right direction. And I think next week when we look at this, maybe it looks a little bit better. That's the hope anyway. So there is some improvements. This rain has gone a long way to helping us with our drought situation. 53 right now. Dew point is at 50. Northerly winds at about 3 miles per hour. We've got clear skies. Now, clouds are going to be a little bit tricky today. We have a low cloud deck that sits off to our north. As long as it stays to our north, we'll be fine with temperatures making their way up into the 60s. But right now, we're going to call for mid-60s. After a cool start this morning, we'll go 64 here in San Antonio. A little cooler to the north, a little warmer to the south. We could see a few places get near 70 today. Here's the water vapor, and this shows us our parade of systems that have been coming through. And boy, it's just one after the other, right? Well, this last one that brought us the rain is now moving away. And as we look out towards California, there's one more that's got to move through. This one's not going to bring us the kind of rain chance that we've seen last several days, but it will bring a small window for rain and then some gusty winds over the weekend. But it will actually make for a pretty nice weekend once it moves through. You see all the heavy rain that we saw last night, now pushing towards parts of Mississippi and Alabama, most of Texas getting the chance to clear out. But as we get a little better look now at our visible satellite picture, you can see that low cloud deck that's right there. And again, as long as it stays just to our north, we'll be fine, but if it tries to move in, it may keep temperatures a little bit cooler. These kind of cloud decks are always a little bit tricky. There is plenty of sun, though, at the moment, and let's hope that stays that way. We'll see the blue skies, and then as we head into tomorrow, we get some patchy fog to start. Tomorrow, I think there is quite a bit more cloud cover. It'll stick around for much of the day. And then we may start to see a few showers. Again, right out ahead of that front, there's a small window for that. I don't know that we'll see a whole lot here in San Antonio, but we'll keep a 20% chance in the forecast. And then once this front passes through, as we get into Saturday morning, then we clear out again and the weekend looks good. 63 Saturday, 65 Sunday. Look for some breezy winds on Saturday, but all in all, not a bad weekend at all if you've got outdoor plans. 66 Monday, 67 Tuesday, and 68 on Wednesday. So a pretty nice stretch here after some good rains for South Texas. We'll be right back.
In your morning headlines, lawmakers trying to make it harder for youngsters to get attached to social media, and the FAA has a plan for Boeing.
Plus a high water rescue by chopper and video evidence of why you move over a lane or slow down when you come up on a traffic stop. David Sears is here with all of your morning headlines.
This is the perfect example of why there are now laws that tell you have to move over a lane or slow down. We'll show you that in just a second, but first let's start with this. You may think it's too easy for kids to access social media. You're not alone. Lawmakers in Florida and New York are trying to make it much harder for kids to get on social media sites. First, in Florida, a bipartisan group of House members passed a bill that would ban anyone under 16 from signing up for social media And parents' approval doesn't matter. That bill doesn't say which social media sites. However, they focus on sites that track user activity, allows kids to upload content, and they don't want kids to be able to just sit and scroll forever. Critics believe that just encouraged compulsive use.
It's like a digital fentanyl, and even the most plugged-in parent or attuned teen has a hard time shutting the door.
They're just taking advantage of kids growing up.
Yeah, there are those who don't like the idea. They say it infringes on parents' rights. In New York, Mayor Eric Adams has put a label on social media. He calls it environmental toxin and a public health hazard. The city's health department going so far as to issue an advisory. It cites declining mental health among young people. As you would expect, Meta, the company that owns Instagram and Facebook, have also bragged about improving security features and parental control on their sites. The FAA has come up with a plan to help airlines that fly that Boeing 737 MAX 9, helping them get back in the air sooner rather than later. That comes on the heels of the CEO of Boeing taking heat from Congress yesterday. He was grilled about safety issues. The FAA put together a very detailed 12-hour inspection process. Remember, Alaska Airlines says they plan to get their MAX 9s back in the air as soon as tomorrow. It was the Alaska Airlines MAX 9 that suffered that blowout of the door plug 3 weeks ago. United found loose bolts on their door plugs. They plan to get their MAX 9s flying by the weekend. The FAA also told Boeing that they cannot expand the production or improve production lines on the MAX 9 until they resolve their quality control issues. All right, you are on board a rescue helicopter in Northern California. That is a woman who is sitting on the bottom or the top of her truck. It's overturned in this rushing water, and that chopper is lowering down a harness to get her off of that vehicle. That's the California Highway Patrol Air Ops able to get the harness to her. She was stranded on the top or bottom of that truck for 15 hours. A camper saw her, called the county. At first, rescuers were trying to use a ladder truck. That didn't work, so they called for the chopper. When she got on board, she was able to give her saviors a big hug before they lowered her to the dry ground. She was taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. Once again, she didn't realize how deep that water was, so remember, turn around, don't drown. Don't want to have a rescue like that here in San Antonio or South Texas. All right, let's take it to Oklahoma. Dash cam video from a state highway patrol car. You can see the trooper going around to the passenger side of that SUV, talking to the driver after that traffic stop. That's Trooper Jesse Gregory, and you probably know what's about to happen, so let's wait for it. Unbelievable. That trooper landed face down, but you saw how quick he was able to get up and get out of harm's way. Now, that was a black SUV that hit the parked one. That car flipped several times. 3 people hurt, all treated and released, including the highway patrol officer. And the highway patrol there in Oklahoma wanted us to see that video as a reminder what happens if you're driving impaired. And you also know here in Texas, you're supposed to slow down 20 miles an hour below the posted speed limit if you are in the lane next to somebody that's pulled over by the police or state trooper or even some of the workers on the side of the road. And you can also avoid that by moving over a lane if the lane to your left is available. So slow down, slow down. That's ridiculous to see that.
Scary reminder.
It is. And fortunately that trooper was able to survive, but he just went flying through the air.
Thank goodness he's okay. And that's why a lot of officers now approach on the right side of the vehicle.
And he was on that side.
Versus the left.
And it still got him. But you can imagine what would have happened to him if he'd have been on
the other side.
The highway side of it.
Right. David, thank you. So grateful for that. Right now, 927, 52 degrees. More ahead on GMSA at 9.
If you are ready to file your taxes, you can do so beginning Monday. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the big changes to be aware of this year and how it could mean more money for you.
But before that, Tiffany Huertas takes us to Churchill High School, where students are learning to make video games with the same software big company used for popular games like Fortnite. Video game design classes at Churchill High School are empowering students and providing them with the tools to be successful in the field.
Tiffany Huertas shows us how students are working with software used to create high-level games in the marketplace.
It's calming, yeah, it helps focus.
The music flows in teacher Tristan Landers' classroom.
We're about to start learning how to build landscapes in games.
These Churchill High School students are building video games from the ground up.
It didn't occur to me as a career until I took this class.
Sophomore Patrick O'Hearn says creating a video game takes time and patience.
You want someone to play and enjoy themselves, so you can't make it too simple or easy, but you also can't make it so that it's unfair.
Students are creating video games using a software called Unreal Engine 5.
Same software is used to develop Rocket League, Fortnite, a lot of the really big brand games that you see in the marketplace. And so getting these kids to be able to learn industry relevant software at a very young age is just going to help them phenomenally in their career.
Here, students learn how to problem solve, create, and work in a team.
There's a little bit of algebra in here. There's basic reasoning, group work, being able to be a team player. All of these soft skills that they would need to be successful in this industry or any sort of work industry for that matter. I can come help you.
The students are guided by Landris, who received his Bachelor of Business Administration degree in cybersecurity from the University of Texas at San Antonio. Landris is passionate about education and creating a positive and fun environment for learners.
I hope that this program continues to grow. Right now, our video game design classes are they're paired with animation, so I also teach animated film. And I would love to build it up as its own pathway.
Some of these students are also part of the new Churchill esports team and are looking into the gaming industry after graduation.
There's so much creativity and freedom that this class gives you, and the potential that it can unlock for you in the future to make basically whatever you want.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Let's look out there with live cam. I feel a little guilty in saying I'm glad it's not raining, but it really looks pretty out there this morning, Justin.
No, I mean, we can use a little drying out period.
Yeah.
The rain was good, don't get me wrong, but it has been 3 days worth of just good soaking rains. You can't ask for much more than that. Now we're getting a little bit of fog to show up, and I want to show you the visibility map. Not really here in San Antonio, but I don't want to forget about the folks out in Del Rio. They're dealing with some fog. And then up towards Austin, a little bit of fog there. But all in all, we got blue skies for the most part here around San Antonio. Now, what I will point out, we've got the visible satellite posted on here too. So you see there around San Marcos, New Braunfels, Seguin, that's a low cloud deck. And these can kind of be tricky as to where they set up. But as long as that stays to our north and east, we should be cloud free today, which will allow temperatures to get a little bit warmer. 53 right now, 55 in New Braunfels, Seguin 54, Kerrville's up to 50 now. So a nice crisp morning. 59 at 11 o'clock, 61 noontime. And then we should make our way up into the mid-60s today. We'll call for partly cloudy skies, but at the moment it looks like we should see plenty of sun as well. And then as we get into tonight, things will cloud up again. We get fog again tomorrow morning, and then maybe a few showers before we clear out over the weekend. We'll take a closer look at that forecast and time it out for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, sir. Well, you can begin filing your taxes on Monday, and this year there are some significant changes that could mean more money in your wallet.
CNN's Jen Sullivan explains ways you can earn a bigger tax refund.
You may be receiving your W-2 form soon if you haven't already. And while the tax deadline is still a few months away, tax experts recommend filing your taxes early.
Get your taxes in.
As you begin to fill out your 2023 taxes, you may notice some differences. The IRS made several changes to the income tax brackets to help adjust for inflation.
They adjust certain tax benefits every year, but for tax year 2023 is the most they've been adjusted up in decades.
This means you may end up with a bigger refund. Here's why. In 2022, a person filing as single, earning between $41,766 to $89,075, paid 22% of their income to the IRS. In 2023, though, that tax bracket jumped to $44,726 to $95,375. That's a 7% change. Other changes, the amount of money you can claim in energy credits.
We always had the electric vehicle credit for up to $7,500, but there's also a credit for used electric vehicles now up to $4,000.
If you've made energy efficient improvements to your home, like installing new windows, you can also claim up to $1,200 in credits with no lifetime limits instead of $500, which is what it was previously. There's also changes in tax credits for families.
If you're a family with 3 kids, it's $7,430.
So how much money can you expect to receive back? Last year, the IRS says the average refund was $3,039. But with the tax bracket changes, you can expect more. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Well, the Spurs returned home to take on one of the best in the West.
The Thunder were in town. It was a matchup of the top 2 rookies this season. David and RJ are here.
Hi.
Was the Thunder louder in the Frost Bank Center, or was it louder at your house?
Ooh, my house.
Question. Oh, David.
It was pretty loud at the house, and it was pretty loud in the Frost Bank Center.
Yeah. Fortunately, the cheers didn't last for too long. Of course, this being the battle of the big men, David.
Yeah.
Of course, 7'1" Chet Holmgren versus 7'4" Victor Wembanyama, and Wemby getting some early action here. Good stuff here.
We were waiting to see if he was going to get more minutes. If the minute strictly, he got 4.
He did get four more minutes.
And he still scored what did Wemby score? Wemby scored 24
points. There you go.
24 points, 12 rebounds for Wemby.
Yeah, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Of course, going into this game, much of the discussion was how would Victor Wembanyama do against Chet Holmgren, and
did great.
And he did great. He did, considering that earlier in the year the Oklahoma City Thunder had really kind of embarrassed the Spurs. Now Spurs kept this thing close-ish till about the third quarter.
I was going to say, you don't think they were embarrassed last night with it?
I mean, by the end of it, I think, yeah, you're probably embarrassed.
All right, here's the thing. You guys have heard me. I've been screaming for some veterans on this team, right?
Yep. Okay.
All right, well, here's the other side of it. If you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder and how young they are now the best team in the West. They had the best record in the Western Conference after that win last night. Here's how young they are. Chet Holmgren, rookie, another starter, 1 year, another starter, 5 year, another starter, 2 year, another starter, 4 year. They average, that adds up to 12 years of experience of their starters, because the rookie doesn't really count as a year experience yet, although he's getting it as they go. That's just 12 years of experience. The 2 big guys off their bench, 2 and a rookie, 2 years and a rookie. They don't, I mean, so if you look at it, maybe this is what the Spurs are looking to do. Forget all the veterans. We're going to build with all these draft picks. And that's what Oklahoma City has done. It's taken a while. It's taken several years to be a dominant team in the West. But these guys have built this team. You remember Sam Presti was with the Spurs for a while?
Yeah,
he's been the Oklahoma City general manager for a while. And this is the way he's doing this. He's doing this through draft picks. He's doing this through young guys. And he's getting this experience. They were terrible for a while. I think you said they were like one of the play-in teams.
They were
during
last
the bubble year, but you know that like
a few years ago they had Chris Paul on the roster and they made the playoffs,
so
and then
that was their veteran.
they got into the bubble. Yeah, they did get into the playoffs last year, but through the play-in round. But
if you look at this team, this could very well be the template the Spurs are trying to follow.
Well, I would hope. I mean, that's literally. I mean, look, we obviously Victor Wembanyama right now, number 1 option. I think this Rookie of the Year debate with Victor and Chet Holmgren is over, in my opinion. I think Victor Wembanyama by far is the better player, the better rookie right now. But like you're saying, David, I mean, we're going to have to think about some moves here. The trade deadline, February 8th. So maybe they move out some veterans, kind of get a little bit more draft capital, or kind of figure out what they're going to do with their current group.
I buy the notion of sticking by this roster, and here's one reason why. Okay. I spent part of the morning analyzing the NBA trade board on the Athletic website this morning, their top 40. And they have 3 names that are a possible fit for the Spurs. And analyzing them, none of them are a good fit for us. None of them. So maybe stick with these guys.
Yeah, that's the problem you run into. I mean, you don't want to make a trade just for the sake of making a trade.
Yeah. Right.
But there might be, like we said before, there might be some guys on the Spurs that other teams want, and the Spurs can get some more draft capital and they need more youth. But I mean, if that's the template they're following, then they're on their way, because Lord knows they got a lot of young guys on this team, but they're getting some good experience.
I mean, it's honestly the template that kind of works, because Oklahoma City, I mean, their MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, was actually a guy that they acquired via trade a few years back as part of the Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers deal, and when all that went down. So he has become an absolute all-star for them. That's what we're going to see with Victor Wembanyama. They just need to surround him with some of the pieces, and I think the evaluation process is going on now.
In the next couple of years, they'll have at least 2 All-Stars. That'll be Victor and that'll be Devin Vassell.
Okay.
And then we'll go. I think Devin Vassell is an all-star. I think he is a superstar. I think for a long time, he was the best guy on the floor for the Spurs. But now Victor is starting to assert himself. He's starting to get more shots than anybody else. You notice that?
I did notice that, And despite no Trey Jones yesterday, you saw they were a little unorganized early on. Blake Wesley has stepped in nicely for Trey Jones, but I do like that Trey has now gotten into the starting lineup, what seems like full-time now.
What's with these 8:30 games? Who decided
National
this?
TV, David. They got it. You know, we got to see our Spurs
more normal
on national
people can
TV.
watch.
Hashtag lack of respect.
Not us.
Yeah, you guys.
Normal people
Well, it's
can
Friday
watch.
night, so what else you gonna do?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Popcorn, couch,
Yeah.
And Spurs.
and
Yeah.
Spurs.
We still get sleepy.
Yep. We're speaking our love language, guys. Thank you very much. Good to see you, and we appreciate it. 9:42, 53 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9. So if working on your mental health is one of your New Year's resolutions, then maybe you should try gardening. After the break, Sarah Costa explains some of the benefits of getting outdoors and getting your hands a little dirty.
It's been proven by several studies that gardening can help fight depression, anxiety, stress, PTSD, dementia, and more. So if you are looking for mental balance this year, why not try gardening?
But where do you start? Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself.
If you have a yard, do a small raised bed. Or if you want an in-ground bed, just do it for part of your yard. No need for an entire landscape overhaul. If you don't have a yard, but a patio, balcony, or even a sunny window, start with a couple of pots. Some of the best gardeners I've ever met are container gardeners.
Whichever you choose, make sure your spot gets at least 6 to 8 hours of sun every day.
Plant something that brings you happiness. If you love to cook, plant an herb garden. If you love seeing lots of bright flowers, plant big bright flowers like sunflowers. If you love seeing nature like butterflies, bees, birds, plant a native pollinator garden.
And timing is everything.
Plant herbs in pots now, transfer them after our last freeze. Sow sunflower seeds in early March or after our last freeze, and same for pollinator gardens.
Go ahead and scan the QR code that's at the bottom of your screen right now. It's going to go over all the details on how to plant everything that I mentioned by taking you to our Gardening with KSAT section on KSAT.com. Happy gardening! I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Well, Steph, you said it. I mean, a lot of people, the idea is that it's supposed to be relaxing, but for many folks, it's the exact opposite effect.
No, it stresses me out just, knowing I need to keep
knowing
up with
that you're going to kill something.
And knowing that it's not going to be here.
Yeah.
And that's why my husband gives me a hard time because, plants are beautiful.
Right.
And I'll come home with a pretty plant. And he was like, why are you buying them? It's just going to die next week. I'm like,
so what are the chances a cactus would survive at your house?
I have killed those as well.
Wow. Good to know.
That's impressive.
Yeah, okay. Impressive. I don't know about impressive.
Well, it's kind of a shame because with this rain, we would have seen the plants flourish, but we had that big freeze, and so everything kind of got killed off. But, I'm sure some plants are enjoying the rain, the ones that did survive the freeze. Let's take a look at another picture of this fence phenomenon that I showed you a little bit earlier. Again, we got a lot of pictures coming in, but check it out. It's kind of cool. The sun heating up the damp wooden fences there. Kind of looks like there's a sauna or something going on, but very cool shot. We appreciate you submitting these pictures. Again, coming in on our KSAT Connect. You can go check them out too, ksat.com. There's several more videos of that phenomenon going on. 6.72 this month. Big number, big number. Let me show you where it ranks. So it's the second wettest January ever. Wettest month since September of 2018 and the highest aquifer level since June of 2023. So this rain has done a lot of good, We ate into the drought just a little bit, and I think we'll continue to do that. Even though rain kind of is out of the picture for the next several days, the pattern still way down the line still looks kind of active, what you would expect maybe more in an El Nino year. So this is starting off well for us in 2024. As we look outside for you, blue skies now, 53 at the airport, 54 in 57 in Boerne, 52 in Kerrville. Great morning. And we'll look at the satellite picture here because we do have some low clouds just kind of sitting here, right? Some fog mixed in there too. They haven't moved much. So it doesn't look like they're advancing towards our neck of the woods. So as long as that stays, this cloud deck stays there. Now, New Braunfels will be right on the line, but we'll continue to see some sun. And then as you go out west, that's probably fog that we're seeing there on the visible satellite picture with some thin high clouds over top of that. But right in the middle here in San Antonio, sunny skies, 53, 57 Pleasanton, 52 in Rock Springs, underneath clouds 52 right now in Austin. And basically mid-50s right now. We should make our way up into the 60s by noontime, 61. And then by this afternoon, we're thinking mid-60s. If we do continue to see the clear skies, it may be a little bit warmer than the numbers you see there. Here's the big picture. This is the last system. It's moving away. It's producing heavy rain from Memphis down to New Orleans this morning, and will continue to produce a lot of heavy rain off to the east. You'll notice there's some snow in the Rocky Mountains, and there's a system that's coming through California right now. It hasn't quite got its act together, but it will. And as it moves east, this will be the next one that does have an effect on our weather. Not the kind of rains we've seen the last couple of days, but there is a small opportunity for rain tomorrow. So we start off Friday morning with patchy fog, maybe a little bit of mist and drizzle. And then by 2 o'clock, there's a possibility of a shower or two, mainly across our eastern counties. And that's the case around 5 o'clock, right out ahead of a frontal boundary. So as I said, this is not the kind of rains we've seen as of late. Rain chances here in San Antonio, just 20%. I don't know that we're going to see a lot out of this. That all pushes east, the rain pushes east, and then we'll get some drier air coming in here behind. I don't want to say it's a weak front. It's not going to do a lot for us other than dry us out some Saturday and Sunday. You see the dew points dropping off there into the 40s, so much drier air. So your weekend forecast, if you're planning it out, a little breezy on Saturday, 63, 65 Sunday, but all in all, pretty good looking weekend. 39 Sunday morning, so a little cold in the mornings, but great afternoons. 66 Monday, 67 Tuesday, 68 Wednesday, so a good stretch here. And tomorrow, with the clouds hanging around, we may not get that far above 60 degrees, so it'll be a little cooler tomorrow, but the weekend looks great.
That's awesome. Love to be in the 60s in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's been a nice stretch. Rain and then a good weekend times out well.
Yes, what more can we ask for? Yeah. Thank you, Justin.
9:52.
Let's look out there with our friends, the flamingos, and see how they're doing today. Oh, look, they're not in the water, enjoying the sunshine.
Oh, when it's really cold, they get in the water. Then when it warms up, I don't know what's happening.
What a bunch of weirdos.
Well, that one is standing right there at a good sunny spot. By the way, our producer has reminded us before, and I tend to forget, all these cameras are available for you to look at on our website at ksat.com. There you go, Alex. You happy now?
Yes, she is. Welcome back. Well, again, the Alamo Dome is making another major concert announcement this morning. They're going to be announcing it live on social media. This is at 10 a.m., so just a few minutes. They're going to be live streaming it as well. So the past couple of concerts have been announced as well, going to the Alamo Dome.
We know Def Leppard, Journey, Steve Miller Band are coming in August. Then Luke Combs is going to be coming in May for 2 shows. So we'll find out here coming up in about 4 minutes who will be coming to San Antonio next for a big show over at the Alamo Dome. Can't wait to find out.
Can't wait, yeah.
Watch on
social media. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.